Coming up tonight, making travel plans, the European Union may open its borders to allow visitors from Singapore.
Imagine this, free Netflix for a whole weekend. What would you binge on?
And far, far away from Earth, a NASA spacecraft successfully touches down on an ancient asteroid.
This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Chao Suen.
I'm Dylan Ang. Great to have you with us this Wednesday evening. Begin with potentially positive news. The European Union may lift travel restrictions for travellers from Singapore due to improved virus trends. This according to Bloomberg, who quoted officials familiar with the matter.
However, 3 countries, Canada, Tunisia and Georgia, may now be removed from the EU's recommended travel whitelist due to a surge in COVID-19 cases in those countries. Stay tuned to this space for more updates.
In local COVID-19 news, all 12 new cases announced today were imported and placed on stay-home notices upon arrival. It's the second time this month that imported cases have been in double digits. There are no new cases in the dorms or community today.
It comes as Singapore gears up for Phase 3 and a further reopening of activities. But Phase 3 doesn't mean a return to life before COVID-19.
I think it's important to highlight that Phase 3 will not be a static phase, but it will be dynamic, very much like what we have in Phase 2. There's constant tweaks, there are changes to the rules we have, and even the way we implement some of these rules. Certainly, it doesn't make sense to move to Phase 3 only to return to Phase 2, Phase 1, or even a circuit breaker just a few weeks after.
Larger dormitories in Singapore can expect to be audited at least once a week as part of a new program to minimize COVID-19 infection rates. The new infection prevention and control program will be rolled out to all dorms, and it will target dormitory operators and staff, residents and the Manpower Ministry's forward assurance and support teams. Audits for smaller dorms with fewer than 500 residents will be done during routine inspections.
A local study has revealed that children under the age of 5 are at the lowest risk of being infected by COVID-19 from adults, as they may be more resistant to the virus. Infection rates for kids between 0 and 4 stood at just 1.3%, significantly lower than the 8.1% for those aged between 5 and 9. This percentage goes up to 9.8% for those between 10 and 16 years old.
Also today, an 18-year-old student pleaded guilty to one charge of possessing obscene films on his mobile phone. He cannot be named as he is protected under the Children and Young Persons Act. The teen is among the 4 men arrested last October in race to bring down the SG Nasi Lemak chat group, a platform used to share obscene photos and videos of Singaporean girls. Reportedly set up 2 years ago, it had about 44,000 members when it was active. He faces a possible jail term of up to 6 months and a fine of up to $20,000.
Let's take a look at what's been trending on social media and sparking conversations today. Now, if you recall us talking about this on yesterday's show, they've done it! Mission success for NASA as the Osiris-Rex spacecraft successfully collected samples from the ancient asteroid Bennu.
Why are the samples important? Well, Bennu offers a window into the early solar system, as it was first taking shape billions of years ago and flinging ingredients that could have helped seed life right here on Earth.
Closer to Earth but still too far from home, local singer-songwriter JJ Lin misses Singapore dearly. At a global listening party on YouTube to preview his latest album, the 39-year-old, who's currently based in Taiwan, said, "I really miss home. I really miss home. I want to go home." JJ's latest work, titled Drifter, Like You Do, was released yesterday. It consists of a 6-track EP, Drifter, and a second EP, Like You Do, which currently has 1 English track. More tracks on this second EP will be released in the coming months. Hey Dylan, now that we're back in the office, have you had as much time to watch Netflix?
Well, not really. No, I haven't really had as much time as I would like.
Looks like you're not alone. It seems that fewer people are getting on Netflix now. Just yesterday, the company posted its weakest subscriber gains in 4 years as streaming competition increased, pandemic restrictions eased, and live sports returns to television. The streaming service is planning to offer its full service for free to an entire country for a weekend, starting with India. Netflix said that the 48-hour trial will be available in India later this year, and there are plans to bring the same campaign to other regions. This comes after the streaming giant stopped its 30-day free trial program in some countries. So Dylan, if you had 2 free days of Netflix, what would you binge?
Oof, what a good question. No, I think I would obviously have to say Ozark. I'm a big fan of Jason Bateman. I loved him in Arrested Development.
I haven't seen Ozark either, but I've heard it's really good. What about you? Tell us in the comments, what would you binge on?
Now, speaking of shows, anime fans, come aboard! Demon Slayer the movie Mugen Train, a highly anticipated Japanese action and adventure anime, was the best performing film in the world over the weekend.
Opening in Japan, it broke industry records, raking in a whopping $44 million. You can jump aboard in the middle of next month when the film hits our shores.
Over in the world of sports, bad news continues for Arsenal midfielder Mesut Ozil, who has been left out of the 25-man Premier League squad for the 2020-2021 season. The 32-year-old, who reportedly earns £350,000 per week, is under contract until June next year, but has not featured in the side this season. Ozil was also left out of the club's Europa League squad earlier this month. In a surprise move elsewhere, Chelsea have named Petr Cech as emergency goalkeeper in their squad. No stranger to the club, the Czech goalkeeper played from 2004 to 2015 and is currently employed as a technical advisor at Stamford Bridge.
In case you missed it, well, in this case, you probably already have. Tickets to the first 2 theatre shows in Singapore with a commercial run have already sold out. The Singapore Repertory Theatre's Tuesdays with Maury sold out in 4 days, while Wild Rices and Actress Prepares sold out in just a day. Both will start after November 1st in accordance with the latest government advisory on live performances. These will be the first live theatre shows since venues were closed on March 26th.
And that wraps up the Straits Times News Night. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.